Like anyone in England, I think we all started drinking quite young, didn't we? Everyone was getting pissed up on a park at 13. Kaine, he put a gun to, swear to God, boy, he put a gun to my head. And I was like, Dad, go, just fucking go.
We're breaking the cycle. We're the generation that we've seen the damage it can cause. That man's on the hard shoulder, racking lines on, banging them off the steering wheel.
Give yourself a chance, man. Give yourself that fighting chance. And more than anything, just fucking have faith in you. Believe in you. Love you. Because if you don't, there's no one else in this fucking world who's going to give yourself that fucking fighting chance.
Before we get into the next podcast, why don't you head over to the subscribe button, click that, click the like button and show us some love. It don't cost you nothing. And make sure you head over to the socials for updates on who my latest guest is going to be and anything else you've got going on. All right, boom. So here we are then.
Happening?
Good, bro. Good. This is your third time on here now.
Third time, bro. Yeah, I may as well live here.
Might as well move
Third
in.
time. Nah, I'm glad to be back, bro. I like coming here, having the chats and stuff that we do. It's always good to get down into it.
Yeah, man. So before we get into it, for those who haven't seen the first episode, do you want to give you a quick rundown introduction and tell them how you got to where you was at?
Yeah, so Kaine, so I've been here, like Malachi said, this is my third time here now. First time I come, I was, what was that, about 30 days?
30 days,
yeah, 30, 35 days sober. So I was touching on my sort of sobriety journey, what I'd been through, what it led me to, and what we're trying to do to sort of make a change and sort of help people in a bit more of a sense as well. But yeah, back on it again now. 7 months down the line. I'll be 8 months on the, what we in now, July? No, we're not in July, are we? 8 months on the 17th of July. And it feels like it's just gone.
Oh,
like that, bro.
It's flying, bro.
That
It's
fucking
flying, bro.
quick,
Like
honest to God.
I remember the first time you come here, that was like just after Christmas, or was it January?
No, it was before Christmas,
before
bro. Yeah,
Christmas?
it was in, wait, it might have been, no, I'm lying. I think it was right at the end. Right at the end of December, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking flew. And hey, it took us a while to get it. It was
Get
like
us.
5 weeks now.
5, yeah.
I cancelled, you cancelled.
I know, just pure shit going on. It would have been good though, honestly. I wish we would have come on Sunday for the Father's Day, because it just would have been touching on that. It would have been nice, bro. No, I'm here now, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? We're here.
Yeah. So, for those who haven't seen the first episode, do you want to just let them know what year and what age you was when you first noticed that alcohol was becoming a problem in your life and the effects it was having?
Yeah, well, to be fair, like anyone in England, I think we all started drinking quite young, didn't we? Everyone was getting pissed up on a park at 13 with the boys, fingering birds, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? That was the norm. But I noticed when things were getting worse and worse and worse, probably when when it hit lockdown, when I was working from home, I was sat drinking, go to the shop about half 11 in the morning and get a full crate of Corona.
Yeah.
And I think, right, I need to swig this off before my bird gets home. And then about 1:30, I'll get a gram dropped off. Honest to God. And this was every single day. And then my bird would make tea. And she'd come home and she'd be like, oh, you're not eating? I'm like, nah, I've had a big meal, mate. I ate this. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I was just off me fucking nuts. So it was just getting worse and worse. And this was going on every single day. Obviously, lockdown was for 2 years straight, wasn't it, bro? Do you know what I mean? So it was killer. I went fat, I went saggy, I just looked horrible, bro. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't looking after myself at all. And it was just having a knock-on effect with me, the missus, my son, the relationship that I had with them. And then, like I touched on in the last one, then I went out with one of my boys, ran it through for a few days, went through fucking, couldn't even tell you how much sniff, pure beers, and then that's when I had an heart attack. But again, that should have stopped me. And it didn't.
No, we never learned, bro.
Nah, didn't learn, bro. Do you know what I mean? But that's the addiction side of it. That's what it is, bro. I knew what I was, but I didn't admit it. I was too, if anything, ashamed. Because you don't want to be saying, oh yeah, I'm an alcoholic, I'm a coke addict, because you feel like a bit of a smackhead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It weren't, and in my head I thought, right, that's not me. I'm a game kid. I'm not like that. I don't want to be known as that. But now the reality is, bro, I am. Yeah. I'll always be an alcoholic. I'll always be a coke addict. I can control, this is what it comes down to. I can control the first drink, not having a first drink.
Yeah.
As soon as I've had that first one, all bets are off, bro, because that's all I'll fucking think about. And then that's just what leads you to where you are. But here we are now, 7 months down the line.
Just to pull it back again, so you said it pretty much started around lockdown. Do you think being placed in lockdown had a contribution towards it?
Yeah.
In the respect of being locked in your house and can't go here and do X and
Yeah.
Y. Yeah.
100%, bro, because it was when we lived in a flat. So if we lived in, we've got a big house now, so if we lived in the house, it might have been a bit different, but lad, I was just confined to one room
No garden.
all
no
day.
space.
And yeah, and obviously I could have gone gym and stuff like that, but I didn't. I chose that route of it, and I was there all day, and then obviously Miss and Sonny get home, and I'd be there all night. So, bro, the only time I'd leave my house is when I'd go shop to get a beer or go to the car park to grab a fucking, do you know what I mean, grab a yay. But it definitely had an effect on it, because it was just, like I said, there was nothing to do. I was working, lad. I remember, not even joking. It sounds cringy. This, I was off. So it was when I was doing sales and I worked at Virgin Media.
Yeah.
And I was off my box, bro. Sat in my bedroom on my fucking computer selling. But I was on the phone to this old lady, and I don't know why, bro. I swear to God, on my son's life, I was speaking to her about Pokemon. I'm not even joking. I was off, just off my box, rambling shit. And she stopped me and she went, "Can I ask you a question?" I went, yeah, go on, love. She's like, "What are you talking about?" And I went, "I don't even know, darling, I'll be honest with you." I was off my fucking box. But
wait. Did you get the sale?
Probably, I was good, so probably.
yeah, mind you, sorry, go on.
Probably, yeah. But that's what it was getting to. It was just becoming a fucking massive issue. But like I said, at the time, I didn't see it because I thought, well, it's lockdown. What else is there to do? Do you know what I mean? You just get pissed. You have a fucking laugh. You do this. In my head, because I thought I was still getting up and working, it wasn't an issue. Do you know what I mean? I thought, right, I'm not a deadbeat. I'm not just getting pissed up like and just being on a park on my own. Do you know what I mean? I was still working. I was still drafting and getting money in for my family. But again, I was missing out on days and weekends and stuff like that. And it was summer, and my missus and my son would be going out. We'd plan something, and I'd be rough out my head in bed, bro. Do you know what I mean? It just wasn't worth it, to be fair, bro.
So would you say, prior to the lockdown and the starting of alcohol drinking, would you say you've had any sort of mental disabilities or disorders in the past? Have you ever had anxiety, depression, or would you say you've pretty much been not normal, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd probably, yeah. A lot of this shit, bro, I'll be honest, we won't get too deep, but I think it's always good to be honest, in a sense, you know what I mean? But a lot of it came from my dad, bro, I'll be honest with you. And my dad, without slagging a guy off, man, he wasn't a very, very nice person. Do you know what I'm saying? But throughout my life, that's all I seen. He was always drinking. He was in and out of prison, bro. He was abusive. He was a dick, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I grew up around, and I feared him.
Yeah.
Feared him loads, bro. And then there was a time when I was 14, and I remember sat in the garden with my mum, my missus at the time, my little brothers, and he come, and my uncle was there, Lakeham's dad.
Yeah.
Andy, so my uncle Andy, he was there. My dad thought Andy and my mum were together. Yeah.
Right.
And he come to kill Andy, he come to shoot him, bro. And he came, he put the gun, I swear to God, boy, he put the gun to my head. And I was like, "Dad, go, just fucking go." Do you know what I mean? He was laughing at me with a strap to my head, bro. Fucked off. Lad, I was in school. It was when I went to Flixton Centre in Peru.
Yeah, shit, I went there myself.
There you go, bro.
One across from the field.
Yes, bro. That's where I went, bro.
I went there myself, bro.
And I was sat in the little common room, where you sweet your toast and shit like that.
Yeah,
and this was on a Monday. Blood, it was in the paper. And I remember reading it, and my heart sank. I thought, what the fuck? It was horrible. I remember kids reading it like, "Right, who's this? Who do you reckon this is?"
And you sat there.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing, bro. I was embarrassed. I thought, lad, it's horrible. That, do you know what I mean? And my whole life, it's had that sort of effect. But now I've had a bit of closure with him without going too much into it. I've met him. We've spoke to each other. Every time I was always pissed and sniffed up, I always end up bringing him up.
Yeah, he always comes back.
Yeah, he always came in, and I think it was just closure that I needed, bro. And I got it. And now, and my missus says this to me all the time. She always says, if you didn't end up meeting up with your dad and sort of reconnecting, she said, I don't think you'd be sober anymore. I'd still be drinking, because looking at how it affected him, he's lost everything. He lost me, my little brothers, my mum. The guy's got no life. He's got nothing at all, bro. So when I look at him, and even though he was cunt, bro. He was horrible. Without sorry for swearing. I know we're on YouTube. Oh, I get shadow ban, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's a big word to drop, the C word.
Let me just sort that.
I know, I can't sort that.
In my head.
Having a little breather, guys. I'm gonna strap the door. There we go.
Come on,
But yeah, it did add a massive knock-on effect, and it was one of my mates who noticed it one time, and he was like, "Bro, every time you piss and sniff, you always bring him up. But like I said, we met, and I seen how much, or not how much, how little he's got. He's got fuck all. He's got no one. But that's his own. That's his choice, bro.
Yeah, well,
do you know what I mean? You've done this to and I say this to him. You've done this to yourself, and I even give him a chance to sort of get to know my son, his grandson. And he's even still that weren't good enough for him. He still chose beer and drugs. And do you know what? Each their own. I've spoke to him since and I said, listen, do you? I wish you the fucking best, but I can't. I'm not having you dip out of my son's life like you did with me.
Yeah, in and
It's,
out. You have
yeah,
all in or
it's,
all out.
that's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
it,
yeah,
bro.
no,
That
I
is
feel
it. You
that.
are. No one's doing that to my son. Not a fucking single person on this earth is doing that. So that's how a lot of my shit, my drinking and stuff like that, bro, was down to me dad. I'll be honest with you.
Right. So, not to get too much into it, but did your dad ever go through anything when he was a child that you thought could have contributed to his addiction and his behavior?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I only say that because obviously hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
I luckily enough didn't really have anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I said in my podcast yesterday, I come from a 2-parent Christian household. So,
Yeah.
you know, I never had any sort of trauma in my life to pass on to my children. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was a little fuckboy fucking about
Yeah.
on nonsense, but you know what I mean?
But you had that support network behind you.
Yeah. So you can understand how hurt people. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to just, yeah.
I get that. To be fair, I've never really asked him. He probably has. He's grew up. So even the way my granddad was and stuff like that, my granddad was a biker.
Yeah, man.
So he used to run, bro. He used to be, what was his thing called? Devil's Disciples. And he was
Like
called,
the Sons of
yeah,
Anarchy
bro.
and
He
all
was
that.
called Chief. My
Chief.
granddad, he was a fucking, he was a gangster back in the day.
Man, say no more.
But my dad grew up all around that with guns and shit like that. So it probably has had an effect on him. Do you know what I mean? And like any man, like we do, you don't really say anything. You just deal with it, and you cope with it in your own sort of way. But again, that's because he's been in and out of jail. I don't want to make this about my dad. Do you know what I mean? Because he's been in and out of jail all his life, bro. He's got no routine. He's got no responsibilities. It's me mum who's always done it. Do you know what I mean? That's how he's lived his life, and I think he's just stuck in that rut. And he's an old man now, and if he wants to carry on drinking and stuff like that, I've said to him, listen, it's going to end up killing you one day. This is on you. Do you know what I mean? I've even tried saying to him, I'm happy to pick you up and take you to AA meetings and try and help you. Do you know, even though he probably don't deserve it, bro, all the shit he's done, but I'm not a bad guy, bro. I'm not an horrible bastard. And even though he is, again, we're never going to be, I've said this to him, whenever I had a dad-son relationship, I'll never be that. But at the time when we were speaking, I was like, bro, I'm happy being like your friend. With me friends. But now again, it's done now. I've said it to him, but
Well, that being said, bro, credit to you as well because you've broke the cycle, fam.
I know.
You know what I mean? So that's well done to you, bro.
I know,
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like your granddad was on that, your dad was on that. All right, you've had a few hiccups, but none of us are perfect.
Nah, really,
You broke the cycle, fam.
100%.
You know what I mean? You're there for your son, even with his autism and extra needs and how much stress and difficulty that brings.
Yeah.
You're there, bro.
No,
You
I
what
know.
I'm saying? So
I appreciate
we
that.
are the generation who break the cycle. Listen, I'm half Jamaican, yo. Jamaican men don't settle down. They breed 10, 20 yalla, and you know what I'm saying?
My uncle's the same. So
Yeah,
my cousin
same, bro.
Sam Marcus, bro. My uncle's dead now, God rest his soul, my uncle Martin. But he's got 14 sons, bro.
There you go, fam.
Guy's just bred all over
That's
again.
it. So that's saying credit to you, fam. Like we're breaking the cycle. We're the generation that we've seen the damage it can cause. You know what I'm saying?
And we're going to put them through that. Yeah.
So just to bring it back onto track then, you were saying before, we were talking before about how sometimes mental instabilities can lead to addiction and whatnot. Obviously, since lockdown, depression, anxiety, and addiction has obviously gone up.
Yeah.
And which we touched on before, possibly it could be due to the lockdown and all them sort of situations.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you think that could be contributing to that society-wise, to the addiction and mental health?
And the mental health.
rise?
I don't know, to be fair. I think me and you and Ben touched on this on the last one. I think mental health nowadays is very sort of loosely said in a way, and it's annoying. It's everyone's always now got ADHD or everyone's always got fucking depression and everyone's diagnosed with something nowadays. You know what I mean? And I've said this before. If you sniff and you drink and you're depressed out your head all the time, take a month off from the drink and the drugs and watch how much better your head is. And then if you still feel like that, if you still feel depressed and stuff like that, then just speak to someone, go and seek out, because there probably is a deeper meaning to it. I promise you now, 9 times out of 10, that's the main cause of it. Everything's got a knock-on effect. But I don't really think in society I don't think there's massive help with stuff in regards to addiction. I'll be honest. I think if you're an addict or you're an alcoholic, you've got to sort of seek stuff yourself. There's not really anything for people, which is why I started my page and I started doing them videos, because I feel like if I can sort of say things and someone's in the same situation as me, if they watch a video, bro, and it helps, even if it helps, bro, but like we've said, if it helps one person,
it's worth sitting down.
do you know what I mean? It really, really, really is. People can watch it and think, fucking hell. And honestly, the amount of messages I do get, And I think, fucking hell, I'm helping someone.
bro.
And it is,
Yeah,
it's nice. It's a good feeling, bro. And to be where I am now and to see how far I've come, it's nuts, bro, because honestly, I couldn't have imagined never drinking and never sniffing. The amount of times I tried it and it didn't work, bro, because you've got to do it. You can't do it for other people. You can't go, right, I'm going to get sober for Kason, my son, or I'm going to get sober for my miss. Yeah, you can't, but you've got to do it for you. Otherwise, if you say, right, I'm going to do it for your missus, the minute you fuck up or you relapse, that's more personal than anything, because then she thinks you can't even stop drinking for us. That's what it comes like.
Nah, I get,
Do you know what I mean? She's like, you can't even do it for us. You've promised me you're going to do it. The amount of time, bro, I've made so many fucking promises to her and to Kason, and it just didn't work, bro. So this time was, listen, fuck everyone else, not in a bad way. This is for me now. I need to get myself straight to then be there for you. Let me sort my shit out first to be there for you, and that's where we've come to now.
Yeah. So what's your missus' relationship with alcohol like? Does she casually drink? Does she not drink? What?
To be fair, bro, she can have 2 beers and just
Pack it in.
yeah. And I even say to her, I'm like, how do you do that? Like if we were at the Garrick, for example, bro, and we're having a couple of beers and it's sunny, I'll have a J2O. She'll have 2, and I do, and I look at her and I think, do you know what? And I say to her, do you know what? I carry on. She's like, nah. And I'm like, how people do that, I do not know. I can't, honest to God. If I have one, bro, that is all I will think about. But she's good with it, bro. She'll have beers and that in the fridge for 2 weeks and not be arsed. So, and to be fair, I think I've probably played a big part in that.
Just about to ask that. Do you think her seeing you and what you went through might have kind of pushed her, moved her away from it?
100%. Like, for example, Coke, she hates it.
Yeah.
She cannot stand it, bro. And when I first got with her, obviously, we was younger then.
Yeah.
We didn't have Kason. So getting sniffed up and stuff, it was the norm, because it was always around, because I sold it and stuff like that. It was always there.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah, and she didn't really see it as an issue. Obviously, none of her exes and stuff like that, so it's probably a bit new to her as well, but it was always there. The group of friends as Coke was just the norm.
Yeah, the go-to.
Yeah. But then when you're watching it get abused, and when we had a little man, and then like, obviously, when we had our son, when she was pregnant, she had to stop drinking. She didn't drink then. But I was still going out on run-throughs, bro. Do you know what I mean? For 3 days at a time. She's at home pregnant on her own and stuff like that. So obviously in her head, she's thinking, because she knows that ain't me. I'm not that person. The minute I've had a bump and a beer, I change into bro, I'm a little creep. The horrible, but weird, bro. I'm just a little pervy dick. Do you know what I mean? And she hates it. So seeing that now in her head, she can't stand it, bro. She can't stand it. But with the beers and stuff like that, honestly, she can have a few, and she knows as well, which is nice. So if we're having a few, let's say, like I said, we're out and she's having a few beers. If I start struggling, which again, even though I'm 7 months down the line, bro, I'm still going to struggle. It's still going to happen. But she knows, like, it's having a bit of an effect. She'll stop drinking, or she'll say, do you want to go home, or do you want to go and do something? And I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, no, babe, honestly, I'm fine. Have a few more beers. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. So, bro, she's my backbone, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I rate her highly. She's a G, bro. Honest to God. But yeah, she stopped, the way she stopped by me with it all, bro. The way she stopped by me, and that is just, I can't thank her enough for my life making up to her, bro. Promise you that now.
So why do you think we as humans, when we have a bad day or we have a bad whatever situation, why do we always seem to turn to drugs and alcohol? Do you think that's because society is pushing it on us, as in alcohol companies want to make money, so things like that? Or why? What do you think causes us to want to?
To be fair, I did it as an escape, bro. That's your way. Everyone's got their own way of coping with situations. Do you know what I mean? Some people, I'll have a spliff. Like, I've got a mate, Clayton. If he's stressed out, I'll have a spliff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My escape was drink. The minute I've had a drink or a bump, lad, I just feel mint. That's what it used to make me feel like, bro. And then when you start getting that come down, you start feeling bad again. So you keep going. You don't want to leave that high. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't cope in my head. And I thought at the time, again, I thought I could, but I couldn't cope with my own head, bro. I always needed a distraction from something. Let's say I was doing the pots, in my gaff. Yeah. I couldn't, honest to God, but I couldn't sit there in silence. I couldn't. I'd have to put on like a podcast in the background, or Big Bang Theory. Do you know what I mean? I need to distract me, bro, because my head I couldn't be with myself. I couldn't. So that was my way of dealing with shit, bro. And if I was mad or anything like that, I'd always use that as an excuse. Even if it wasn't something that affected me, it was something else. I'd always make it about me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why does shit like that happen to me? Fuck that, I'm gonna get a beer. That was my way of doing it, bro. It was begging, it was sad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But that's what we cope. And I think like I said, everyone's got their own way of coping with things. But if you keep doing that, if you keep turning to the drink and turning to the drugs, nothing's ever going to get better. You're just going to be stuck in that same fucking rut over and over and over again. And so one day you're dead. Or you've got no one and you're on your own. Do you know what I mean? So my advice, if you are going through some shit, honestly, speak to someone. Get in a fucking gym. Because I think that's the best thing for it. Go for a walk or just spend half an hour in silence on your own. Like now, for example, let's say, even if I go to the gym, bro, I go gym early in the morning, innit? And more time, bro. Like normally they've got music playing in the gym, innit? But it's silent. And I don't even take my headphones. I just work out in silence, bro. Yeah. Or I'll go for a walk with a dog in silence. And now I like being with myself, bro. I can be with myself. It's fucking mint. I'm a weirdo still, but I still like it.
So do you think if you were still on the drinks and drugs, you'd have that mental power to be on your own? And
No, not a fucking chance, bro. Not a chance. If I was still drinking and that, bro, I'd be either locked up or I'd be dead, or I'd just be in a gaff on my own. My missus would not have stayed, and I'd be fucked, bro. Guaranteed. Yeah.
We touched on before about the way this country's dealing with situations of addiction and
Yeah.
the mental health. If you was to come into power now, what would be the first thing you would do to try and change things and make things more, I don't know, you explain what you do sort of thing.
That's a mad question, that.
I know, it is.
That is a mad question. I like that, though.
Because I only say that because our government don't seem to be doing what's right for the people.
No,
They're more interested in Ukraine and fucking Israel. And
Yeah.
We've got homeless people there starving.
Yeah.
We've got addiction through the roof. We've got depression, anxiety through the roof.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to give a shit. So, having come from that background, what would you do to try and make things easier?
I thought, maybe schemes and stuff like that, days for it, like all the money they're putting into stuff now, like, mate, what they're building near us at the moment, in the Trafford Centre, they're putting like $1 billion into a water park, bro, yeah? Don't get me wrong, I'll be going. But the amount of dough they're putting into it, they don't put enough, like you said, people like us, they don't care about, bro, they give a shit about the rich. Let's make the rich richer, do you know what I mean? And the poor man, fuck them. And they just keep taking and taking and taking from us. It's always going to be like that, bro. We live in a fucked up country that they don't give a shit about our people. But do you know what, bro? In a sense, it's about being there for each other. If they ain't going to do shit, lads, stand as one. That's what we need to be doing. So, like I said, with these videos and stuff like that, put schemes into place where it can help people, especially people at a young age, bro. Because I think more than anything, kids are experiencing it more than us, and it's probably because they're looking at all this social media shit and they're seeing these videos that are getting put up, and they're seeing these people depressed and anxiety and stuff like that, bro. Like, we didn't have none of that shit when we was kids, bro. We had Facebook, bro, which you obviously go on now and again, MSN, and fucking
shit, bro.
Yeah.
MSN Messenger.
Do you know what I mean? MSN and Habbo Hotel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, bro? We had shit like that. So I think nowadays, the stuff that people are doing, to be fair, I think, aren't they putting something in at the moment where I think it's under 16, you can't have any social media?
Well, yeah, they're saying they're going to bring it into place.
I think that'd be a good thing.
Yeah,
I really do.
Because obviously, social media, that brings anxiety and depression as well, bro.
Yeah.
If you're, like, let's say a woman, for instance, a lot of women aren't happy with their appearance, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, whereas men, we're more like, fuck it, we're not.
Yeah, it's all bought and paid for. Do you know what I mean?
So if you're a woman and all you're seeing is Kardashian this and Cardi B and this,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
feel like shit about yourself.
Yeah. So then what's the end result going to be? Oh, fuck it, I'm going to go get a bottle of wine, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Drown your sorrows in that sort of way. That's what I'm saying.
Little teenage girls, or the ones who might have acne, or
Yeah.
one might have like a slightly larger nose, and then they're spending 5-6 hours a day looking at what society would say an infection,
Yeah.
certain body shapes, certain hair color, eye colors. If you don't match that criteria, but all you're seeing is that all day, you're going to start having
Doubts about yourself,
depression in yourself. So
100%.
I agree. Locking that off, locking that off for them age groups there.
100%, but it's even like young lads, bro. Think about all the videos and shit like that, where it's all this drill shit, and do you know what I'm saying? All these kids nowadays, everyone's getting about with a fucking blade.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All these kids think that they're game, bro, when they're not. They just need a slap and humbled quickly. But it is what's on there, but you can't get away from this shit. Like I said, when we was younger, we had social media, but to an extent, it was just, like you said, Facebook and MSN, and that was just to chat to your boys and have a laugh, where you do nudges and shit like that. Now, it's fucked. You can't get away from it, and it's only, I reckon it is only going to get worse unless they do ban it for until you get over 16, the country's going to be fucked, bro. You can't be looking, like you said about the women. Women can be looking at other women and thinking, I feel like shit about themselves. But even I sometimes, I'll watch videos and I'll see all these men on boats and yachts and I think, right, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
You get in your own little head about it, bro. You really do. And to be fair, that's why I've took a bit of a, obviously, as you've seen, I've took a bit of a break off the videos, and I said I'm going to do it for 2 months.
Yeah.
And not go into it. So I obviously have a little scroll now and again, but not how I used to, bro. I'll be playing with my son, or I've got a new dog, so I'm trying to train her at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. But with the social media and that, bro, I think it's, unless it, like you said, unless it gets fucking banned, it's only going to get worse. And people are only going to be more depressed, more anxious. It's shit. There's nothing we can realistically do about it apart from control our little circle and make sure our people it's going to affect our people, bro. But and it's, to be fair, I was going to say it sounds selfish, but it doesn't at all. You control the shit you need to control. Control your little fucking unit in your house. I control mine. That's all we need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree, bro. So we know you go to the AA meetings.
Yeah.
How much has that contributed in the strength you've had to continue on the road of sobriety, is it?
Yeah, sobriety. It's a lot, bro. A lot. So go to a few meetings a week. I meet my sponsor. I meet my sponsor every Thursday.
Yeah.
Lovely chap, bro. I've known him for fucking years. Worked with him for years, bro. He's been sober 13 years now. Yeah, and he was bad, and it's only a couple, bro. I think he's only like 33. So he's only a couple. How old are you?
34.
So our rate, bro, do you know what I mean? In our age range, bro, 13 years sober he is, bro. And we go through the book together every Thursday. We go through the steps. And then I can't explain it unless you go. It's mad. Obviously, you're not an addict yourself anyway. But once you go there, and so what it is, someone will do a main share. Yeah. Someone will do a main share. They'll tell their story for half an hour, 40 minutes. And then it opens up to everyone else if they want to sort of speak. So maybe if you related to something, and you'd say, do you know what, I related to that? And you'd have a little bit of a talk and you'd say your piece, and then someone will say theirs, there. But how you feel after you come out of it is mad, because I sit there and even if I don't speak sometimes, I sit there and I listen and I think, lad, you see that people there our age and they're saying shit like, mate, I was bad on this, I was bad on that, I've lost my missus, I've lost my kids, I've got fucking no one. And you can see if I would have carried on, where it would have led to. It sort of brings you back down. But if I miss a meeting, if I miss going to one, and I think, I can't be asked going, which I should always go, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, but if I miss a meeting or I miss 2-3 weeks not going, my head starts falling off, bro. And then I start craving a beer a bit more, and then Kira will say, right, get yourself to a fucking meeting, just go, stop fucking about. This is what's helped you. You can't fuck the thing off that's put you into the place where you are, bro. So, like I said, my sponsor 13 years, bro, and he still goes to 2-3 meetings every single week, because it is all in, I'm always going to be like that. He's always going to be like that. If you're an addict, you're an alcoholic, that is never going to change. All you're doing is just putting a fucking pin in it for now.
Yeah, and putting it on pause.
Put it on pause and make sure like I said, all we can do is control I can control not having that first drink. If I don't have a drink at all, but I'm good, I just need to make sure I don't drink that first one. If I do, that's it, bro. It's game over.
It's game over, yeah.
It's just done. But the meetings help a lot. They really, really, really do. Just if you've never been to one, not you. But, I mean,
to be fair, I would like to go. Bro.
Would you?
Yeah. I've got another friend who was bad on the coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna get into too much detail, but he's a truck driver like me. Yeah. This motherfucker was pulling up on the hard shoulder, whacking off lines off his dashboard. And that, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Driving a massive 12-ton lorry.
40-foot ton, full size, 50-foot tin, yeah?
Yeah.
My man's on the hard shoulder, racking lines on, banging them off the steering wheel, like, you know what I'm saying? So obviously he's clean now. He's a year now, just over.
Yeah,
a year,
man, fair play to him.
He was bad on the coke. Wasn't really a drinker or nothing, and he was saying the same thing. He says kind of like, it's being around people that are in similar situations and have been through what you've been through.
100%.
Having that group of people who you can connect with, and it's all about the positivity.
Yeah.
So, even if you don't even speak when you go there,
yeah.
I'm kind of saying just because being around people like-minded, positive energies, it kind of gives you a little uplift. If
it does.
You get me?
100%. And like you said there, you don't have to speak. You never have to go and chat. I only speak really if I've related to something, bro, or if I feel like I've had a bit of a shit day or a shit week and I just need to get something off my fucking chest. Do you know what I mean? Because years and years ago, I wouldn't have said shit. I just hold it in. But now, speaking up on it, just having that little 5-10 minutes of just speaking, people listen, bro. And it's not about judgment. No one says, all right, and tries. It's not about getting advice. It's just about hearing someone hearing you out, letting it off your chest, and just feeling a little bit fucking lighter. But being around, like you said, those sort of people. Because imagine if I was around people now, like, who were still sniffing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is going to trigger me, bro. It's hard.
It's only so long you can be around it and not get involved.
Before we end up just going, do you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
But now, being around people, like you said, who are in the same situation, who are in the same boat, who share similar feelings and stuff like that, bro, it is good because it's just, it's speaking up, bro. It's having that little chat, and I don't know, it's different than any of my other mates. Like I said, it's so much better being around people like sometimes, especially when you need it, bro, because that the energy bounces off each other.
Man,
do you know what I mean? And it does, it works, man. It's good.
I've got a bit of a controversial point here. We're talking before about obviously getting hooked on drugs and the addiction. Say like on the drug side of things, obviously more education is needed to kids to show them what kind of path they could go down.
Yeah.
So I think, see, when you get to a certain age and you start getting into college and all that, they need to start showing these kids these sort of drugs, and you might even have to legalize them in a controlled way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what, for them to start?
Yeah, have a go with it.
To see what sort of effect is,
this is what it will do to you. Because some people are going out to a rave, taking a pill and dying, or they're taking ket, but they're taking too much ket. So they're getting themselves in a ket hole. The thing is, because it's illegal, there seems to be no education about it. It's just like a grey area. But, sometimes you might just have to say, like, legalize it for a week.
And just see how you've got on.
Yeah. In a controlled way. Like, if you're going to part life, these motherfuckers know that people are going to be taking drugs there. Why not make it a kind of a legal thing? Yeah, and you're getting legal drug made by the government. They're making money. Tax money's getting made. Spend it on Ukraine anyway. But but like that. Education. Teach them. And if people are gonna do it anyway, fuck it. You might as well give them safe stuff that is clean. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that is, we don't know what's in anything, do we?
That's the point.
We haven't got a fucking clue. You don't know what's in Paris. We just get told, oh, this is going to be good for you. You got an headache, take that. You don't know what sort of effect that's going to have. Do you know what I'm saying? You really, really don't. But I get what you're saying, yeah? In a way. Education in a way.
More
but then
awareness.
Is that going to then lead to... Because think about how many kids... Obviously, when you say kids, how old do you mean?
Like, but obviously we're talking 16, 17, 18. I'm not talking 19, 11. But on average... I don't know what it's like now, but when we were kids, you start drinking at 13, 14.
Yeah. 100%.
You hit 16, 17, 18, and that's when the party drugs start coming in.
That's when it comes in.
So I'd say from when you get to 16 and you're leaving school and you're in college, that's when you're going to be exposed to these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think either way, to be fair, bro, either way, they're going to get exposed to it. Like nowadays, I don't know a single person realistically who doesn't sniff. You go to the pub, bro, who's doing it? Everyone's on it. Ket, see, I've never done ket. That was never my thing. That I remember one person trying to give me a bump of it one time, bro. And I went to do it. It was on a key, and I looked at it and went, "Wow, what's that?" I could just tell him that's not sniff that,
yeah.
And he went, "Nah, it's cat." And I went and blew it off, and he was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" I was like, "Lad, I'm not touching that shit, me." But I think, in a way, it could work. Like you said, just control it. But then, is it going to be a situation where how many people are going to fucking like it? Because I remember the first time I took coke, lad. Oh my god, I felt on top of the world. That's why I didn't stop. It's only the fucking. I started sniffing when I think I was 18, 19. I was selling it when I was like 13, 14, bro, and I never touched it. Never sniffed it once. I thought, right, that's baghead gear, that. And I was out one night, fucked out my head, and my mate said, just have a bump of it. And I was
lad,
oh my God.
Shit.
It's mint. I didn't want to stop, but then those times when you first start doing it, you do enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because you can sleep on it, for one. Like now, if I have a bump, lad, do you know what I mean? I'm not sleeping. You could sleep on it. You could go again the next day. So how many people is that going to affect? They're going to love, and then they're fucks then down the long run. Do you know what I mean? Like either way, again, it could work. Either way,
people are going to
get exposed to it.
Get exposed to it. I just think certain events that are going on, and adults are going to be taking certain things.
Yeah.
Why not just provide it yourself,
And make a little bit of dough on it.
Safe and make some tax money. It's all tax, you know what I'm saying? Government making money. They should be spending it on schools and mental health. They won't.
But they're not.
But yeah, I don't mean like going into schools and colleges and giving kids drugs.
Yeah.
Now when I say like that, I mean like the government should be funding things where you have people like yourself or maybe some celebrities who might have been in rehab for whatever. You should be paying these fuckers to go to colleges, go to school, let kids know I started off drinking. It led to this, it led to that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, that's good.
That's what we need. You need to be exposed these kids now.
I wanted to do that. To be fair, like I've not, bro. I was a little shit in school. I went to 7 different high schools, bro. I was always fucking fighting. I was a dick back in the day, and obviously then that's where it led me down that sort of path. And that's one thing I thought in my head. doing these videos and doing the Instagram that hopefully it might lead to that, you know, like doing like speeches. Because bro, as you know, I'm a good talker. Do you know what I mean? Fucking how we sit here and we speak. And it would be nice to sit there and speak to young lads or young girls and tell them about what I've been through and where it can lead you to and what not to do. Like, don't get me wrong, when I was that age, if someone would have said it to me, I would have been like, fuck off, mate. Do you know what I mean? You
like
don't listen.
Say if it just helps one person.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I'm saying. And it is good. I like it's like, not, I wouldn't say I'm a motivational speaker because I'm not saying that, but to go into an environment where it's young people probably going through the same sort of shit as I did when I was a kid, even if I went to a Peru.
Yeah.
And spoke to kids who were like us, bro.
Yeah, they're the ones that are 9 times
yes,
out of 10.
They're going to go down that fucking path. They're already in this rut now in school, mate. You're only going to get worse because I did. And you probably fucking did, you know what I mean? We did, bro. We got at that stage in school, like, you don't give a fuck. You don't listen to nobody.
Yeah.
But like you said, if it helps 1, 2 people, and if it's coming from someone who's been from it, bro. Like, let's say if we was in school and some knobhead came in a suit trying to sort.
It's always a knobhead in a suit.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to think, lads, you've not been through shit. But if it's people like us that say me and you went into a room and we're speaking, you're going to relate to it more, bro. Do you know what I mean? Especially if kids are being dickheads, but I'll be like, listen, lad, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm talking. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll put them in a place. But I think it would be good, and I would, honestly, bro, I would like to do something like that. Hopefully, see where these videos go, see where these podcasts and stuff go, see where I go, because, bro, I don't know where I'm going to be in 4 or 5 months. I didn't think I was going to be in a situation now 7 months ago.
7 months ago, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So hopefully it can lead to that, and hopefully things like that do start getting put into place in schools, because like you said, I feel like it is just a case of, especially with naughty kids like we were, you just get left to your own devices. There's certain structures in place a little bit, but there's not as much as there should be. No, there's not at all, bro.
You could yourself, you could go to a local school and speak to them, and you know they might let you come and speak to them, but there should be grants out there, and 100%. There should be shit like you can approach the local MP, whoever it is, and say, look, here's my story, this is what I've been on, you know, I want to go and speak to schools, and you know, what can we do?
What can we put in place?
I'm willing to do 2 days a week. You know what I mean? Can you subsidise my wages I would get for them 2 days a week?
Yeah. No, that'd be good, that.
Yeah. So I'm not making any extra money than I would have done, but I'm just using the same 8 hours and getting the same money, but I'm using my time to teach.
To be fair, bro, I won't even be asked about doing it for the dough.
But you still need to be paid.
Yeah, you still need to be paid. Yeah, 100%.
That's why I'm saying, if they just paid you your wage that you normally get,
and do it for a few days,
instead of giving 50 million to Ukraine for bullshit.
Yeah.
Putting 100 million over there to this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you did have money to do these sort of things, you know what I mean?
Give a shit about the people who are here.
And actually give a fuck about working class people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%, bro.
I'm sure these private schools and these sort of places, they'll have people coming in.
Yeah. They'll have people coming in talking about this, though. They'll be talking about how to get richer and what to do. Do you know what I mean?
There's money to provide that service to them. You know what I'm saying? If you come from a working class area and go to a public school,
you ain't getting shit. No,
you might get one person a year who comes through. Sergeant Dickhead, put the lights down. You know, say middle class guy, been to uni, now he's a constable. No one cares about you.
No, they don't. That's it. The rich, like you said, the rich get richer, bro. They put more money into people like that. And to be, they probably don't even tax the cunts. They probably don't get taxed. Think about how much we get taxed. But I got a wage last month. I'm not going to say, but I got a decent, obviously I work in sales and that, so I got a good bit of wage. Lad, I got taxed like 4.5 bag. And I thought, lad, you're taking
heavy,
it.
Bro.
This is what I'm saying. Bro. And that's just going...
Going to Ukraine, bro. He's on the way there
That's
now.
It.
In the form of a round of bullets or something. You know, like Kaine's wage. There's Malachi's wage, you know what I'm saying? That paid for the AK Kalashnikov.
It's a fucking joke, bro. Honest to God, it really is. But like I said, I think at this stage, there's not we can't say. There's nothing we can do.
No,
there's not, bro. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, it's going to happen either way. You can vote on who you want, say what you fucking want, bro. But unless there's enough people. Like, do you see that Tommy Robinson thing?
Nah.
That massive march.
Oh, the one in
London, was it London? Yeah. That's what I mean. It's things like that. That's when things start getting fucking heard and start getting seen.
Shouldn't have to get to that point.
No, I know, but that's the reality, bro, of where we live and how it's run and who it's run by, like that little knobhead, that fat wanker. What's he called? He's just
he's gone now.
He's gone now. So once upon a time, sat down. But who's gonna be? What other? That's what I'm saying.
So
what other prick's gonna be there?
I know we've gone off topic, but
I'm not.
This is something that me and my dad always say. You see, if you want to become a politician or an MP, they make that shit difficult. Me and you could try and get in there, but we ain't going to get nowhere.
No.
They don't want people like us in there, because I'm telling you, man, see when I get to the House of Commons, listen here, dickhead, you know what I'm saying? You don't know shit, sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All this nonsense.
They do, like I said, they do it for the rich, so they don't think about the people like us, bro.
They don't want people like us there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we wouldn't have a chance. Imagine one of us Prime Minister.
Get in there, bro.
No.
Nah, because you know what we're on. We'll sort this shit out.
100%, bro. I'd lower the tax, bro. I'd be fucking sorting people out with houses.
Billionaires, companies, they're paying tax. Free school dinners for all kids.
All kids.
you know what I'm saying, drug awareness courses for
Yeah.
any child who seems to be neglected by the parents. Yo, there's support in place straight away. Any
100%.
signs, yo, there's things in place.
There's shit in place for
We're
it.
going to stop this shit before they get to 16, 17, 18, 19 and go down the path of whether it's drugs or depression, anxiety. Like, So anyway, back on the topic.
Malachi for MP.
Get me in there, bro.
100%.
Shut this shit down, bro.
I'll just be stood behind you. Loving life. Waiting.
Yeah, it's real, bro.
Honest to God.
Yeah, so 6 months sober now. What's the goals?
7,
sorry. Don't let me neck that off.
Yeah.
Knock that off the top. Yeah. So what's your goals and what you planning on doing next with your
bro, just to be fair, each day as it fucking comes, the minute you start looking ahead and thinking, oh, what money be like 8 months, 9 months and stuff like that, your head falls off a little bit.
Okay.
Like all you need to focus on, all I focus on now, like I did that at first. I used to think, right, well, what's it going to be like at a year? One of the main things in my head was, bro, honestly, I thought, what am I going to be like when I go on holiday? How am I not going to drink and be on holiday? Do you know what I mean? So we go away in August, bro. But I've already made sure. So we to be fair, where we go to, my babe's been going to the same hotel since she was like 2. It's like a family run thing, bro. Yeah, so she loves it. They treat her as family. They love my son, love me. So we always go there. But before we've gone.
Do they love you because you used to drink the place dry?
Probably, yeah. Bro, listen.
Kaine's on the way, stock up the fridge.
Honest, you know what? I was going to tell you a story and I'm not going to say it because it's been embarrassing as shit when we went. But I've made sure now that when we go there, I found a gym that I can go to. I'm going to be looking for because there's AA meetings all over the world, bro. Yeah. It's a massive, like, I was gonna say cult, but it's not a fucking cult. We're a big cult.
Big community,
big like fucking fellowship. There you go. That's the word.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So it's a big fellowship, bro, and there's meetings all over the world.
Yeah.
So I've looked at a few meetings that I'm going to go to. You know, if I start struggling through the day, I'm going to make sure I'm at the gym every single day. But I'm going to hire a little quad, park outside our little apartment, go gym every single day because that's my thing. I need to do that. If I don't go gym or something in the morning, bro, my head you probably know your head falls off a little bit. So
don't feel the same.
If we're going to be drinking, we're going to be sat by the pool all day because obviously my bird, she even said to me, honest to God bless her, she went, do you know, if you don't want me to drink, I won't drink on holiday. And I was like, there's no way I'm doing that. You're not missing out and not having a drink and having a bit of a fucking laugh because I can't handle it. That's not fair. So no, it don't matter. I will suck it up as fucking much as I need to make sure you can still have a fucking laugh. Yeah. So going to AA meetings and stuff like that. And you know what? It might take an hour or 2 hours out of my day with the family, but do you know what? I'd rather do that than be fucked out my head and disappear on holiday. Yeah. And my missus not know where the fuck I ain't. Because that's what will happen, bro. Last time I went, lad, I was off I said to her, I'm not going to say the full story, but I said to her, I was like, listen, I'm having a drinking day today.
Fucking hell. I'm having a drinking day. Every day's a drinking day.
I know, no, but I mean, like, that was. But this was like, I said, babe, I'm getting at it today. I just want you to know. She was like, right, okay. Well, man started drinking at like 9:30 in the morning.
It's normal, though.
I know, but I mean.
You know me, I'm the same, fam. I'm getting coffee, bro.
But I mean, I'm doing shots, bro, at 10. And I don't drink beer. I was on my taxa, which is brandy, bro. Yeah, so I was on double of them. So I had 2, 3 of them. I'd have a shot, 2, 3 of them. And there was this Newcastle guy who I met over there called Craig. And me and him were like mates. And we went to, down the road was like another little hotel and they had a pool table and all that. So me and him was just playing pool, getting at it. Got back about 1:30 and my bear was like, get some food down here. I was like, nah. Getting on it. Drinking. And then the pool guy came to fucking clean the pool. He was only about 17. I thought, right, so he looks like he knows someone who sells coke.
Swear to God. He looks like he knows
someone. So I got up to him, I was like, hey lad, can you get me a bag? And he's like, what? And I was like, cocaine. He's like, no. I was like, lad, I sort of grabbed him, pulled him on. I swear to God, and I give him €100. Said, lad, go and get me a bag, bring it back and get me a bag. He's like, yes. Took the €100. Never seen him again. God, I disappeared in my door, bro.
Give him a week's wage.
Swear no, bro. He was okay. So I sat there and after about an hour, I thought, yeah, this kid ain't coming back.
Yeah, he's gone.
So I went into Sobriety town centre, which is where all the Albanians and that are. Yeah, so I thought, right, I'll find them here, bro. So I've gone there. Obviously, lad, I've ended up fighting with these Albanians and all that, bro. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember arguing, throwing people about. I was getting thrown about. Didn't have a single bump, bro, because no one had given me any. Got back home. Woke up in the morning and my bird was punching me, bro, screaming in tears. What the fuck have you done? I'm like, obviously, because I'd not had a sniff, I'd blacked out. I was just drinking, bro. From early in the morning till late. So I'm laid out with that bad beer fear thinking, oh my lad, what have I done? She's like, you fucking horrible cunt. Did it. And she just left the hotel with Kaine. Lad. I got up, looked round the hotel. Lad, I'd been sick. It was all over her clothes, all over Kaine's. It was all up the wall. It was all over the lad. It was up the wall, bro.
Doing, bro.
I must have been like, yeah. It was everywhere. And I was like, lad. And then the cleaner came in. She's like, oh, what's happened? I was like, listen, my son's proper ill. I was like, listen, he's so ill. I was like, are you all right to clean this up? She's like, yes. I was like, right, sweet, I'm going to go bed, me. So I got my head back down, come out into the pool. You know that horrible anxiety feeling? Everyone in the hotel, it went silent, bro. And everyone just looked at me and they were like, shaking their head. I went and sat down. My bear was like, you've got a lot of apologies to do, you know. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what did I do? She's like, Kaine, you were ballooning. I was dragging. So that Craig guy, I asked him to come out with me. I was like, yeah, I'll come finger me. And he's like, no, man, no. And he was on his balcony. And his missus was like, no, he's staying with me. And Kira said, I grabbed him. It's like, you're fucking coming with me. Pulled him over his balcony. His missus had his legs.
You're joking.
And I was like, and he was like, get off me, man. Fucking get off me. I swear to God.
You should have asked him for the CC.
Oh, lad. It was I just was ballooning. But like I said, that's just what happens. But yeah, there's a little funny holiday story anyway.
So before we finish up, if you could go back in the past and see your younger self, and you could only tell yourself one thing, what would you tell that younger version of you? Or what advice would you give that younger version of yourself?
Don't worry too much. I'll be honest with you. So I was a bad worrier as a kid. Bad, bro. And like I said, even though I put on this big fucking act and stuff like that, I was feared, bro. And it was, like I said, it was down to my dad, bro.
Yeah.
But I had to put this, my automatic response to everything was anger.
Yeah.
I always got angry over fucking anything, bro. I'd always jump on the defensive. So if we had to, I'd say, listen, things will get fucking better. There's that little saying. What's that little, this too shall pass.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And I like that, bro, because you know what? Whether you feel fucking horrible one day, give it a bit of time and it'll pass. You might feel on top of the fucking world. Give it a little bit of time and that'll pass.
Yeah.
Take each fucking day as it comes. And where you're going to get to, how you're going to feel. You can't be, even if you're at rock bottom, people always say, oh, it can't get worse. Fucking trust me, it can. Trust me, it can. It really, really, really can. But give yourself a chance, man. Give yourself that fighting chance. And more than anything, just fucking have faith in you. Believe in you. Love you. Because if you don't, there's no one else in this fucking world who's going to give yourself that fucking fighting chance and prosper. I promise you now, everything will work out, man. It really, really will. Never thought I'd be in this situation with the relationship I've got with my son, the relationship with my missus, but more than anything, honestly, bro, the relationship I've got with me. Yeah. And I think that beats everything else tenfold, bro. It really, really does. Because the person I am now, bro, this is the first time I've been happy, bro, in 29 years. And I mean that. I mean genuinely happy. I wake up smiling. I walk, bro, smiling. I just listen to the birds, bro. I'll fucking feed ducks.
I said, I'm feeding my sons out here trying to fucking punch him. I'm taking with you.
I'm there feeding. He's like, come here. But honestly, just give yourself that bit of a chance. Lock off from the world for a month, 2 months, and just try yourself and see what you're about. Because I guarantee you'll fucking surprise yourself, man. Honestly, people really, really will.
Well, for coming through, bro, for the third time.
Won't be the last. Guarantee I'm in again.
You a badge or?
Yeah. That's a lot of badge. I want a t-shirt with that.
I'll have to get something on there. You know what? Next time you come through, fam, I'm going to sort you out.
I'm belting. Love that. You heard that. Everyone heard that.
Yeah, man. On the record.